Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A-POD-Calypse now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. Anything interesting happening? I know we don't have a guest this week, so that's kind of a new thing. We haven't had just us three in a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah,
yeah.
It's nice to regroup.
Yeah, we had a couple guests lined up, but scheduling things happen, life happens, so we're going to reschedule for those folks. But no problem. It's just going to be us, and we're just going to have a chat.
Oh no.
Talk it out.
Yeah.
It's actually an intervention. Jamie, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
As I drink.
I've been
Yeah, I've got something to tell you. Oh, yeah.
About him.
I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that have been top of mind for me that I wanted to talk about. Maybe some good topics for us. One of them is a thing that's kind of helped me. We've talked a lot about like what are some life hacks, and one of them recently for me has been just the idea of focusing on gratitude.
Yeah.
And doing some reflecting. I've had like on this last business trip that I was on, I had several days of alone time, and I was able to kind of.
And a bottle of baby oil.
It was a large bottle, but no, it was nice. So I thought gratitude would be a good topic for us to kind of kick around. And just first off, I would like to say thank you to you guys for doing the show, and this is a great.
This feels like a lead into a multi-level market.
It is.
I know.
I mean,
Have you heard of Amway?
guys, you use these things every day already.
Oh my God.
They're things that you use.
And you can get them here at just the click of a button. And it's not a pyramid scheme; it's a three-sided square.
When I was a kid growing up, I was a janitor at a truck stop, and I'll never forget the manager there at the time. He was getting into the Amway shit, and he was like, "Hey man, I'll give you a raise if you buy some of these Amway products." And I'm like, "Dude, no, I don't think so."
So what'd you buy?
Didn't buy anything. I was working at
84 gallons of detergent.
Yeah, it's just what I need.
I will say you've hit on something though. It's a simple exercise, but I think it's a game changer when you can find a tangible thread to grab that pulls you into that sort of state of mind of gratitude.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
Absolutely.
I mean, as simple as the odds of us being here. Just start with the odds of the biological chain of reactions that occur for us to be here. One swimmer broke through.
Yeah.
Odds are totally against it.
That you get to be here. That get to experience
that you're
all
here
this. Yeah.
on this marble that's flying through the universe at can't quote the speed, but it's
fast.
It's pretty fast.
Pretty
guys.
fast.
Pretty fast, guys.
Yeah, I will say, I've gone through the whole gratitude thing as well. And not a joke. Just, with everything that's been going on in life and family. My mother's getting older.
Yeah.
I know my time's limited, and so making the most of that. But it's sometimes hard to have gratitude with everything that's going on in the world. So you do have to take that time to reflect the things that are central to you, and like the nuclear family is to you, and friends. Because if you don't have gratitude for those things, it can get really dark and deep really quick with everything that's going on right now. So I think those are things you have to focus on. And I'm thankful that you guys are friends and we can joke and cut up, but damn, it's fucking crazy out there right now.
Yeah.
It is. And you have to stop the doom scrolling sometimes and just put it away. Like, hey, let's have a conversation.
It's
hard,
and that's
what this
hard,
is.
It's hard to doom scroll on Grindr, but
there's no doom there.
There's no doom there.
Grinder, sans doom. And pants.
A lot of dudes, but no dooms.
Dom's not doing
Well, and you forget, you get to your point, Jamie, you get sucked in, all of a sudden I have to remind myself, I am not part of the news desk team at CNN. So I don't have to carry all of the thoughts in my head all the time, ready to debate at the drop.
or the headlines you're reading on Apple News, or
mean,
it's hard right now.
Well, and the reason I brought it up is, again, because of this trip that I was at, and then, the fact that where I got to go was in Hawaii, and it was in Maui. So just that alone, like
that made it easy.
Yeah,
That's an easy threat.
Well, I was there for work, but the fact that I had a chance to go and bring my wife along for a few days.
Sure beats
But
Cleveland.
follow-up question, though, because the last you checked in with me, the image said slide 1 of 11. Did you get past 11 slides for the production?
That's a no, Matthew.
I love that.
I mean, I still had to sit in the dark for 10, 12 hours a day. But so that's where I was like, okay, yeah, I may be here and be bored out of my mind, but I'm getting paid to be here.
Yeah.
And then we went out to dinner several times. So we actually went down to Lahaina, which is where all those fires were, and actually got to go to a couple places that weren't victims of the fire, a couple of businesses, and got to talking with some locals, and we found this one guy. It was our waiter at this one restaurant, Coco Deck, and just we all like hit it off. Like at one point, I thought he was going to sit down and start talking with us. We just had this really in-depth conversation, and he was this guy that had a troubled past, but has found like this new spiritual centering of himself. He like spends part of like 6 months in Maui and then 6 months in Colorado. And we just had this like crazy, incredible conversation. And it was about gratitude and about, being thankful for where you are and the people around you and having these conversations. And it was all about, like you said, like, our life is limited, that there is a candle of life and the wick is burning and we don't have so much time. So it was just really cool to just have that moment. And it's in this part of the island that had seen so much tragedy, and you're just seeing it, like literally seeing it around you. Like this stuff is just gone. So yeah, it was very eye opening, and it was a little transformative. So I thought that's why it's gonna be a good time to talk about all this. So
Well, and the trick then is to hold on to a sense of that. You have those little check-ins with yourself from time to time at different intervals, but then how do you hold that? Right? That's
Right.
the trick of holding that when you're not on Maui,
yeah.
right?
Oh, it's on literal paradise.
Well,
Right.
I think it's it all depends what you've been through in life. I think when the tornado destroyed.
And real quick, but me saying that I was in Maui, I don't want to sound pretentious and
Oh no, I'm just
again, it's
Too late.
yeah, whoops.
yeah.
Seize.
No, I think when we lost our home in a tornado in 2012, that was really the first time that life sort of smacked me and was like, "Hey, man, you should be thankful, even though
It could literally be
everything's
blown
gone."
away
Yeah.
in one
Yeah.
moment.
As long as my family was okay.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered. And, so yeah, I mean, it's sometimes we forget that with the busyness and the hurry, this life in general. But I think right now we all need to sort of reflect on what we're thankful for, because who knows how long we can have those things that we are thankful for.
Yeah.
Just, speaking what's going on in this country, what's going on in our lives, all of our parents are older, things like that. And, yeah.
Well, and along those lines, I'll add to it. For some reason, it's become, in the front of my thinking more so recently, and I don't know what instigated it, but the most cherished, limited, precious resource each of us has is time.
Yep.
And then when you use that as a litmus, it's like, okay, well, what am I going to allow to take my time? And you'll start making decisions very differently. Work, family, free time, what you do when there's nothing to do. Everything through that lens then changes your sort of thinking of what's worth my time now? How am I going to use my time? Every second that ticks is working against that burning wick. And I think you can hold both those states of being at the same time, gratitude and also knowing that time is limited and precious. So put them together. I'll be grateful, but I'm also going to start making decisions very differently about what's pulling me in.
Yeah.
What's going
And
to get my attention.
the energy that you're supplying to that, because
Yeah.
as you get older, you have a lot less of that.
Right. That's another fun.
I didn't even think about, the time issue. So I need to go, guys.
Because this is a colossal waste of time for both us and our listeners. So, well, that was our shortest episode, guys.
Yeah. Listener.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, this kind of all ties in together.
Fake out, Jake.
So I have been sharing our podcast on Reddit just to get a little bit of feedback, and we have gotten some feedback, and I want to read some of these. And it's This first one is pretty funny because it was all about like, hey, you can promote your podcast and tell like what the essence of it is. And I was like, oh, you have this podcast. It's about three friends that talk with other creative folks and what their process is, and yada yada yada. And this is what somebody's response was: no offense, but that sounds incredibly uninteresting. Unless any of y'all are people of note. I think people are getting really tired of random people talking about random stuff these days. Unless you're an established comedian or public personality of some sort, maybe I'm just being an a-hole. Dang it, everyone has a podcast these days.
That's true.
And you're really going to have to find a way to stand out. So I
You
thought
know-
that was, I mean, it's negative, but it's good feedback.
Back when the iPhones first came out, me and two guys here, we started a website called Tap Critic.
Yeah,
and
I remember talking about that.
And we were doing iPhone app reviews, and we were having a really great following. This was up until my home was destroyed with all the gear and stuff, so I had to stop for a while, and we just never really got back into it. But it's amazing all the trolls that are out there.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, it's because I would do an app review and somebody be like, okay, that dickhead's using a voice changer. It's like, no, I'm not.
To you?
Yeah. It's like, I'm not using a voice changer, you dumbass. I mean, I'm sitting here doing a review.
Actually, I wish you would.
I know.
I do love a good troll, though.
I know.
I mean, people that really are.
Oh, and they're invested in it.
Yeah.
Like I've got him on this one.
I know.
I always imagine myself like, what's the next site you're going to ding them? Because you know you're making the rounds.
Oh yeah, and like, are you copying and pasting and just changing something?
Right. Or you really putting
Well,
the work in.
Right.
The one
Is this an original? Yeah, I
I
want.
hope it is.
The one was, I was showing something here and the guy was like, get a manicure. And I'm like, manicure? I mean, seriously? I mean,
Get your nails, dude.
Did you come back with like all painted up and?
it's just, but I mean, I enjoy doing this because it sort of documents our friendship. And I really don't care if we have one listener or
same.
30,
Yeah,
it's
same.
something that, you talk about time.
Yeah.
We don't get to spend a lot of time together, and we love spending time together. We love laughing. And so this gives us an opportunity, to do that. And like I said, I could really care less what that a-host says.
Yeah, let me hear, sir. You got a few more?
Well, I have another one. This one is a positive one. So he says it's so professional how you guys aren't bigger, and it's crazy. So
That was me. I wrote that.
sorry, it says James Pa. I thought I was listening to Rogan. Not a fan of him anymore, but in terms of quality of a podcast, it was great. So
Yeah, the
and-
quality.
Quality.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Misha, that was a
Misha. Well done.
shout out to you. And this person is actually another podcaster. It's two guys across the pond. Their names are JD and Jam.
Are they UK based?
Yes, they are, and they have a podcast called "You Good, Bro,"
I
which is it's actually, I listened to a few episodes and it's actually really really good.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
You good, bro.
yeah, and their last, or I don't know what their last episode, but 2 episodes ago, because the podcast is about men's mental health. And about how guys just don't talk, kind of like what we're doing right now. We're just kind of like, we're talking about our feelings. And
Right.
a lot of times guys don't do that. And so that's what their podcast is about. It's like, hey, we're just checking in, like, you good, bro? And so a couple episodes ago, they had a whole podcast devoted to the mental health of creatives, and what that's like for a person to be a creative, and to either, how do they devote their time, as we keep talking about, to these creative passions? Because they may have a 9 to 5, and then they go home and then spend time with the kids, and then go up to their office or wherever
Sounds familiar.
9 o'clock at night and play music or draw or whatever it is, to do something creative, just to find that outlet. And it's how you deal with that, on a mental health, on a financial health. It's like an hour-long podcast, and I highly recommend it. So it's called Are You Good, Bro? So
You good, bro.
yeah. So
Love it.
Yeah, shout out to JD and Jam. So
Start following them.
yeah.
Maybe we do one and we just call it "Are You Good Bros?"
So I think they say bruv.
Oh, gotcha.
Bruv, since it's British. But yeah, and it's just really cool to be able to share this podcasting world with other folks, and then have them recognize and recognize game.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I would highly recommend you guys check it out.
I'm just wondering if we have to be careful what we say now.
In terms of what?
Well, we did get somebody say that we did sound pretty juvenile.
I mean,
Because it was the last episode. Is like
with Ben?
Yeah, it was. I think you said
I mean-
somebody was like, in the first 2 minutes there was a reference to holes.
Well, I mean,
on.
there's been a lot of discussion where if somebody brings up the word hole or inches per second or anything like that, I mean,
What are we
come
supposed
on.
to do?
I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's,
I'm not going to ignore it.
yeah. It's,
The puff. Yeah, I'm not going to ignore it.
But that kind of then wraps into this other topic that has been kind of I've seen lately, and these guys kind of talk about that too, in terms of what their podcast is about. It's about men's mental health and about this idea of toxic masculinity. And I think that's been kind of a big topic because of where we are politically.
Yeah.
That there are a lot of ideas about what a man should be, and even down to the Super Bowl halftime performer now is getting, because of he's showing up in a dress on some ad somewhere. So and
Out of that loop, but I could imagine.
yeah, follow that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that kind of caught my attention in terms of toxic masculinity was what happened at the Ryder Cup recently.
oh yeah, that's just insane.
In this, because there was a few other comments on Reddit was like, you guys seem a little broy, which I was surprised to hear that, because I never felt myself as in a bro herd.
No.
But it's just, I guess, because we're three guys and we're just talking. And
I mean, we are bros.
we are bros, but
Right.
And like I said, when I needed to go to my therapist just to get a little tune-up,
check your oil and
she had said,
Transmission
she's
fluid.
like, I think it's a great change of pace to have three guys talk about non-bro shit. I mean, it's not toxic. You guys are actually talking about topics that people are interested in, and it's not really, you know what I'm saying?
and it's not focused on from a man's perspective.
No.
Yeah. So I was surprised when we.
I mean,
get
we've
that
even had stupid women on. So what's the hell's the complaint?
I know.
My God.
I've got this binder full of women that
as long as
Yeah.
that Mitt
which
Romney
I'm
gave
fine
me.
with,
Yeah.
as long as they're paid less than us.
Yeah, know their place.
Oh my God.
And us saying that now,
Just get
it's
canceled.
It's been captured, and now we're going to explain context later. So
Now just take that excerpt. Yeah.
I do not agree with anything that was just said there.
Well, I will say, to your point about toxic masculinity, I do think it's another pressure point on what it likely feels like to live in the moment of societal change.
yeah, I agree.
But there's we've talked about it before. It's a pressure point of you're on this scale of human evolution, and this is us improving and advancing.
Or we thought it was.
It's one step
not.
forward, two steps back.
It's
Two
50
steps
steps
forward, it's one back. Yeah, take your pick. But yeah, this is the pressure point. This is why, and it bleeds into woke, which again, sadly, we'll shit on anything as a society. We
Yeah.
just can't help ourselves. But woke to me now is just a term. When I hear it, I immediately think of, it must have been something that showed a sign of compassion, open-mindedness, extending a welcoming sense to someone that otherwise wouldn't belong. Woke, because
You basically just said all the words that spell out woke: welcoming, open-heartedness, kindness for everyone.
look at me, bitches, look at me.
I mean, that's really what it is. I mean,
Am I right, bros?
holla, smash that subscribe button.
Smash the subscribe. But I mean, so that's what it feels like. So, the toxic masculinity is nothing more than the pressure point of, and I get it, like, where do I fit in as a man in today's world? And I feel lucky because I'm older now, and so
Nobody
I know-
cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
I'm not as invisible as a woman my age, but
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
But
But
isn't-
of
but
society? But that's
it's-
the issue.
But it's
is-
so ironic is that they're having the exact same feeling that all these minority groups have always had.
That's the difference, is that they're not used to feeling like they're being
Minimalized,
marginalized.
yeah.
Yes.
But they aren't.
they're not. It's just if enough people scream fire to you,
Yeah.
at some point you're going to start looking for flames.
Yeah.
And as a matter of course. They're right over your shoulder. It's the dumpster burning. But
Yeah, it's on fire.
it's on fire. But yeah, I mean, that's what, again, my hope is always that, yeah, it's the pendulum or the steps, whatever metaphor analogy you want to use, but it's we take some steps, we feel like we advance, and then, oh, why is this happening? Well, it's because there's a lot of people that are now scared because of the things that have just happened.
Yeah.
We've paid that price already now,
Yeah.
but that is
We paid that price leading up to it. I mean, it's like society should be all inclusive, and we at one point we felt like we were, and now we've.
realized
just
it wasn't
miss-
as good as we thought it.
I just miss the days. I mean, because right now I think we're in a very, very unique position to where the Mad King's about ready to go mad, with this government.
Go, man.
Yeah, I think
mean-
we've been
Yeah,
in
he's
mad
mad.
phase for a while.
Talking about pulling funding from New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, you're
for these,
targeting blue states.
targeting the blue states.
And how many? I mean, how many? We all travel. I mean, we've been to all these cities that they say are war zones, and
He's being shown old footage of Portland.
yeah.
I mean, he literally is being shown old footage of Portland. And mind you, it's like a two
Yeah.
square block.
Well, we were there.
During that time?
Yes.
It is time now for us to do some AI work for the villages down in Florida,
For the villages.
so we can get the National Guard down there. I mean, seriously, because apparently I mean, we need to get RFK down there because apparently that's the biggest STT outbreak in
Consistently.
in
Yeah.
the world, right?
Yeah.
Is
No,
the
it's
villages.
consistent.
And so I think it's a human and health services issue that we need to bring troops down there.
Sort all that out.
Yeah, because we can't have plenty of going
gloves.
down,
Right.
down.
Is that one of Trump's cabinet members, chlamydia?
I think so. Yeah.
Chlamydia Jones.
Why did I think of Jones too? That his great last name.
See?
Yeah.
It works with everything.
I know.
Yeah, gonorrhea Jones. So going back to the toxic masculinity and what happened at the Ryder Cup, it's like, are there that many guys out there that are just so inconsiderate, or are they a victim of the bro herd mentality?
Well, that's-
and enough alcohol.
Yeah. That's sadly,
A, B, and C.
the mob mentality, people change.
It's
It's fascinating as a sociological.
yeah, and that's why I think
fascinating.
I think it's super fascinating. Because I wasn't there.
Been
So
overserved, and I just for a split second, I'm gonna throw that.
yeah, why not?
I don't think it's fascinating. I think
It's disturbing.
I think it's embarrassing.
Oh,
I think,
totally.
I
Well,
think,
to
I
be
think-
clear,
I
the
think everything has
study-
happened.
The sociological study of mob mentality was what was said to be fascinating, not the throwing
Well-
of the cup at the Ryder Cup.
I'm just saying.
At the
since
wife
our-
of
The wife of
player,
Rory
yeah.
Mac.
since our last podcast, it's been nothing but embarrassment for this country, for the citizens, and I'm just going to say it. That speech that Trump gave these generals, I
Oh, dude.
in Hegseth, it's
Study in dementia.
it's frightening.
and toxic masculinity.
It's frightening. It's frightening. And when he's talking about putting some of these generals up, for like physical requirements and stuff, sometimes you want a fat person that's just really smart, figuring out
I mean, look at football coaches.
where planes are. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you put
And-
your time in. Now you're commanding something, but okay, Pete.
Yeah.
Are we going to demand that of the president himself?
Well, I was gonna say
that's the issue.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen Pete do his pull-ups and chin-ups, but yeah, let's put Cheeto.
Yeah. And the whole idea of, the idea that doing away with individualism as part of the military,
Right.
which I understand, yeah,
Yes.
you are part of a group. You're not an individual. So I understand that. But I mean, if Pete were to take his shirt off, he has a lot of symbols on his body that are very individualistic.
Yeah.
And definitely have a message.
Yeah.
So it's
Sure does.
the hypocrisy of it all is just
it's all
astounding.
hypocrisy. And when they're going to put all these folks through loyalty tests and lie detector tests, I mean, you guys have heard that.
Oh, yeah.
That is.
Nothing.
But these
shocks
guys,
me anymore.
and men and women in the military service, and applaud all of them for being a part of the military.
Well, of
I mean,
course.
not discrediting any of that, but their reaction, when Tony and I were talking about this at the table the other day, what was their reaction on purpose or a non-reaction on purpose?
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not. They're supposed to be stoic.
Exactly.
They are supposed to be apolitical.
Which I love it because it drove Cheeto crazy.
Yeah. Oh, and Hegseth, when he hit this, FO, and looked right at the camera and expecting, his mic drop moment, and it didn't happen.
Trump even had to acknowledge, like, well, I've never heard it so quiet, and feel free, cheer.
Yeah.
Like,
It's because you don't know. I mean, I am a citizen. I mean, I'm a layman when it comes to military. I have no idea, but I know that.
You knew that.
That the decorum of anybody in the military is to be apolitical, that they swore an oath to the country, not to one person.
Well, this is the same guy that when he was in London standing there during the procession and they played the Darth Vader theme, he salutes as though it's a Pledge of Allegiance. And it's like, this works on so many levels. Number one, that they're trolling you and you don't even know it. Did you see footage of this?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And there he is, just, saluting away.
Yeah, we got to reverse these, man. We put them in the wrong way.
You're all right-handed.
It's ridiculous.
Stranger. Yeah, I mean, that all of that just...
And it's hard not
a
to talk.
joke.
It's hard not to talk about this stuff. I mean,
It's
I,
so
I,
top of mind.
I know we don't want to have a political show. I know we don't want to, but these are, the things that are happening now are things that were happening in 1930 Germany. And I think people really need to wake up and see what's going on because every day your rights are being taken away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
And what infuriates me is the demonization of the radical left. And I consider myself a liberal, but it's coming across like a person that's like me, hates this country.
Yes. They're
And-
demonizing an
And
entire
which is
group of
the
people.
which is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Is that because I've had the opportunity to travel, again, not being pretentious, but having a job where it takes me not only across the country, but into other countries, and to see what the other possibilities of what a country can be, or what another state can be, or what other people's lives are like, I don't diminish what this country is. This is a great country, and it always has, not always has been, it has gotten better because of where we started, but I want, if I had my choice, I would want Trump to be a great president.
Yeah.
Everybody would.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't want him to fail. And that's the misconception, is that we want him to fail. It's like, no, that's not it. We want him to be a great president. We want him to be a great leader because that's what we need. It's not that we're wanting to set the country on fire. What we're wanting to do is protect what we have and to see that it doesn't get dismantled in just a few months, because we've spent 250 years building up to this point, and to lose it all under one administration is terrifying.
It's just insane to see what's happening with all these departments. It's insane to see what's happening with our energy policy. It's insane to see China catching up to, all the AI stuff. I mean, they're going to surpass us here pretty soon with AI and their energy infrastructure. And, we're just going back to coal and good
Well,
old oil.
we're a country that's currently just being horribly distracted.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
being distracted, which, by the way, I'm just going to say, release the Epstein files. So, I mean,
Hashtag it.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. And you say we don't want this to be a political podcast, a political show, but
And you saw what Howard, not to interrupt,
No.
you saw what Howard Luckney came out yesterday.
no, I didn't see that.
Oh, he stepped on us. They're having a time with him. Right?
Oh yeah, he's
They're
like,
really having
oh, yeah.
some discussions.
He's
with
like,
him.
oh yeah, there's videotape footage of Epstein's friends having sex with or having massages, and he's like, yeah, it's a known fact.
Wow.
And
What was the other thing he said, though? There was something else.
it's something crazy.
I forget what it was, but yeah, he basically veered off talking points on a podcast.
Oh,
The
boy.
things he said comes.
Well, these
to
podcasts
roost.
will get you in trouble, won't they?
know,
Right?
Better be careful, guys.
I know.
But going back to what I was getting ready to say was that we don't want this to be a political show, and you say it's top of mind. So that does, we're creative people, and that does affect you creatively. It distracts you. It makes you not be able to focus on creating things.
Well, it distracts you when some of your business
is going away.
is going away because of
The policies of the administration.
absolutely and
So then it gets personal.
when you're
Yeah.
when you're restricted on telling history and honestly, I mean, this administration and they're really wanting to whitewash all of history. And it's like, you can't. I mean, you can, but how do you learn? How do you become a better society?
And that's the thing. To your point, the point you were mentioning earlier, it's the same thing here, where this inability to hold the truth and be a patriot at the same time, like, how are their simple little brains
Yeah.
not able to comprehend that as a U.S. citizen, we're striving to be a more perfect union. That's what our documents tried to encompass when they were written. These people that were a part of that, aside from their flaws, pretty brilliant in the way
Oh.
that they put this stuff together.
Yeah.
But it's how can people not hold two ideas at the same time of acknowledging all of the missteps along the way, those that weren't accounted for? I mean, slavery, horrible stain on our country. You can embrace that, all that history, and still sit here today and talk about why America is the greatest ongoing experiment in the world. And it is. It has been up to this point. We're feeling a lot of strain right now, an incredible amount of strain, but it should be a reminder that nothing is fixed, that
Right.
this could all go away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's simply, and that's another thing that's sort of concerning when you've done a lot of historical films and when you start seeing all the nationalism that's happening across the world right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not just us.
No.
It's not us at
When
all.
you see this right nationalism happening all over the world right now, I mean, usually that leads up to a world war, and I really think we're not far away from a major conflict. You know, as much as this
Civilly.
administration that
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
says,
Internally, I mean, because we've been told that there's an
Well,
attack
we're-
from within.
yeah, we're
Well,
the
and that's
enemy.
the thing. It's that constant churning up of fear of the others. The others can change over time. They always have, but
Yeah.
that's playing out in this country right now. It's this turning of people against themselves.
But that's not the world that number one that I want to live in,
Right.
and number two, it's not the world that I currently live in.
I mean,
Because
I had family reach out to me and say that we're trying to hold me accountable for the assassination of Charlie Kirk because I am left of center.
Yep. Yeah.
See, and that's a thing that's really that's hard to deal with mentally because, you know, it's tough. You never want to see anybody murdered, assassinated, killed. But to paint this person as a martyr
Again,
is,
two things can exist at the same time.
is ridiculous. And this
Murder is horrible. Gun violence, we've talked about it before. Gun violence needs to be reined in. This country has a serious problem with gun violence for all the reasons. Horrible to see it. Even worse to see it in such graphic detail
Over
because
and over
so many cameras were filming.
And
But at
social
the end
media.
of the day, in my opinion, based on what this person said repeatedly over and over, he's a piece of shit.
the
And
thing-
it's sad that he's
yeah.
dead, and I feel bad that he died the way he did. No one should
No.
ever
and no one no
be expired for talking about their ideas, but it doesn't take away from the fact that this person, while they said they walked with Christ, said everything completely opposite of the teachings of Jesus Christ. Anybody that's familiar with Scripture, that studies the Bible, could not have been more opposing to the teachings of the person that he says he followed. Period, full stop.
And this all goes back to what you were talking about earlier is gratitude. You know, there's people that I have political disagreements with, but we know how to respect each other.
Yeah.
We know how to, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, when I was growing up, I thought all conservatives were, I didn't think they had any fun. You know, I didn't think they drank. I didn't think
Yeah.
they, you know what I'm saying?
Stoic, absolutely.
Yeah. So, you know, I've got some friends that are conservative leaning and they don't like where things are right now. You know, I mean, it's obvious, you know, when, you know, I went to pick up a gallon of paint, regular paint. It was like $50. And it's like,
That sounds cheap.
You know what I'm saying? I know.
It's cheaper. The huffing is cheaper.
And-
Aerosol
Yeah, yeah.
and a brown.
And it's like, I thought prices were going to go down. You know, I thought prices were going to go down.
Find me that
Day one.
$1.98 gas.
Yeah,
Find
yeah.
it anywhere in the country.
And we're lucky. Find that
I think
our
it's,
gas
I think it's in my 10-year-old lawnmower that I haven't.
You want to siphon that off and resell it?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there was no stay bill in there,
No.
you are done.
But that's the thing it's really hard to deal with in this day and age is like, you know, it is tough being a freelancer or
Yeah.
owning a small business. You know, those already come with their set of challenges.
Yeah.
And, you know, when society starts becoming affected by policy decisions in a major way, I mean, I just don't, it's hard right now to really focus on creative things.
Yeah, because not only, I mean, and that's not, doesn't discount people that have a 9 to 5 or whatever that, you know,
Right.
because they don't know that.
Regardless, all of us are having to step into a vacuum when it comes time to work and pretend like this fire that's burning is not happening.
And the gaslighting, I'm so sick of the fucking gaslighting. I am so sick of the gaslighting. You know, when they put Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero and it's like,
And then Mike Johnson says, just ignore it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the president could just not post it.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
great.
President of the United
Yeah.
States.
And everything he says, he puts out is it's recorded. It's a presidential statement. Anything that he puts out, that's going to
It's
go
part
in
of
the
the
annals of history
Yeah.
that he put this.
Right next to the Gettysburg Address, we'll get his tweet to Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
and med
In all
beds,
caps.
and med beds.
Yeah, and
In
med
bed
beds. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, did you see
Love
that today? He did the
Oh God.
What?
Russ Vogt. Yeah.
yeah the
He looked-
Fear the Reaper AI video.
Yeah. He looks like the emperor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
Putting Russ Vogt as the Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
with the Blue Oyster Cult song.
Yeah, which is great because that's somebody no one voted for.
No,
and
yeah,
now
thanks, appreciate
power in
that.
the pen.
Oh, you remember? I mean, he didn't know anything about Project 2025.
No. And then blatantly says it.
Yeah,
Going back, I don't want to dig too much onto Charlie Kirk, but one thing that I did find interesting about what he did was he did engage young people to have a conversation.
Yep.
So that's one thing I will give him credit for was that, now granted, he is a grown man debating kids.
Well, and so
but he still did at least invite younger people to express their views. He may have continually shut them down and used terms that were not appropriate and language that wasn't appropriate.
the idea itself, I support.
Yes.
I mean, sadly, the more you look into what actually happened, I came to this conclusion anyway, and I was not a big follower. Most of this was posthumously after his death,
Well-
but everything was staged for sound bites for
For sure.
viral videos.
Yes, it was.
And he would
and it worked.
he would misdirect. He would set up
and he
one
would
premise.
and he would play on kids' lack of experience.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
knowledge.
a 20-year-old's walking by the quad and hasn't prepared and decides to step up and ask a question to somebody who is heavily rehearsed and has absolutely a professional ability
Yeah.
to
He was
set
good at
up
what he was. He was good at
straw
what he
dogs and
did.
knock it
Yeah.
down, but for viral videos.
Yeah. So, but
That's how he got that following.
Yeah, and I agree, but I do think that at least he was encouraged young people to be more engaged. Because I remember when
Which
I
is
was
a positive.
when I was in my 20s, I was not that engaged.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
It would
I was
take
like, when can I go to the mall?
It
I
would
mean,
take a world event. I remember being in college when the wall came down, and
Yeah.
then the follow up of
Yeah.
what
I just had,
sounded like you
I just-
popped a bag.
no. I just had a
Colostomy.
no. I just had a flashback because in college for me it was because we're just a little bit of age difference. For me it was
We are the same age.
Iraq War,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and I'll never forget. It was the most surreal thing. We were at this huge house party. And I think it was the first time I ever had a Tom Collins mix. I was like, fuck, these things are so good. And I'm down in these things, man. And then,
Tom
I mean,
Collins.
this place was like crowded. And then it just like that, it got silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everybody was watching the TV.
That's why the point I was making was like, it took something like that. And then all of a sudden the country is all ears,
Yeah.
like, oh shit,
Oh,
what's going on?
and you can't get enough.
But this
and
wasn't our this wasn't our daily.
And it was,
Yeah.
and it was very, it's not that's going to say, like, we weren't inundated. Like, we could turn the TV off and not walk away with another, media device in our pocket.
The news came on at a couple different times a day.
And that was
period.
it. Yeah.
And the rest of your day was living your life.
Yeah.
This 24-hour news cycle is part of the issue. It's become a game.
Well, that and social media. I mean,
Yeah,
and
of
literally,
course.
guys, and maybe I have failed our podcast in some ways because I'm just not on Facebook much, and I've finally seen what you've tagged me a few times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
You're welcome.
it's like, man, I don't know if I want to. It's just social media is just so shit.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
Mary and I have had a conversation. She's purposely and intentionally tried to make a serious reduction in her time on social. And I, on the other side, was telling her,
You're making up for her lost time.
I'm making it up. Well, but I told her it's like, actually what I'm trying to do is take enough time, almost like taking the time to hit the unsubscribe at the bottom of that email that keeps coming in. Instead of just deleting it, hit unsubscribe, do the work so it won't come back.
Yep.
I'm trying to do the same thing with my algorithm. So instead of just scrolling past that bullshit thing I don't want to see, I'll now take the time, don't want to see it. Why? And I'll go through and make
Because
and
that goes back to that time of like, I only have so much time left.
That's right. That's right. But I am trying to change my algorithm so I see more, oh my God, look at this pit bull just made friends with this kitten. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
I want to see
same.
so much of that and people doing a similar thing.
Yeah.
That's what I want my feed to
And one of the nights there, it was actually the night that when I was in Hawaii.
Oh, here we go.
God,
Dan.
again. Oh my
I don't know if you knew this guy, but I went to Hawaii.
what
My God.
Maui. It was the night that Tanya, because she's only there for a few days, and then she left, and so I was, in my room alone, and so I was like,
With Baby O.
with my baby and TikTok, bro, and bro,
Calling up some puppy cones.
with my toxic masculinity. Just me alone with my toxic masculinity.
Yeah, yeah.
boiling up. Continue.
And so it's a little emotional because I really enjoyed having my wife there with me, and which doesn't happen very often. Come on, as you know, it's like it doesn't happen. But when I'm laying there about to go to sleep, I'm just scrolling through, and usually it is like it's doom scrolling. It's just negative after negative. But it was somehow I got onto this algorithm of love and positivity, and I was favoriting everything.
Yep.
Just so that okay, this is more like it. Like,
Yep.
There was a teacher that was filming himself singing Bill Withers to his kids. I was like, well, that guy doesn't get paid enough.
I saw that.
Yeah, and it's like
Lovely
this,
day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and this one guy he was talking about, he was walking down the road, and it's just something he does just to clear his mind after he puts the kids to bed. And he's an African American, and some guy pulls over and goes, "Hey, do you need a ride somewhere?" And he's just saying it's just somebody offering a little bit of a help. He's like, "I'm good. I'm just walking, but I appreciate it." And he's just saying yeah. There's these little things in life that happen and that get overlooked because of all the noise.
Yeah.
And there are great, amazing things and amazing people out in the world that you never hear about. And we just hear about all this gloom and doom. It's like, it's not like that for everybody. And, there are really great things happening, and there are really good people out there.
Well, I mean,
it's just-
there's great things happening on a personal level.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you have to hang on to that.
I mean, I don't really see a lot of great things happening
worldwide.
in this country or worldwide.
No,
Not by our
and I'm not
leaders.
dismissing that
Yeah.
by any means.
Not by our
So-
leaders, but the people.
Yeah.
The boots on the ground. There's stuff like that happening every day, and I think the more we
And there are-
be intentional about doing
and
our
recognize
part,
it.
yeah, and doing our part.
Yeah.
I mean, we're very fortunate.
Oh, great.
I mean, it's one of those things to where we are in Kentucky. It's a red state. Louisville's very blue, but I think we're very lucky to have the governor that we have.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did
He's
you
got a
hear
new
he was
podcast.
on
He's got
the Daily?
national.
His podcast
Oh,
is
really?
great.
NPR came into the governor's mansion and spent some time with him. I just listened to it yesterday. He
Oh,
got about
nice.
30 minutes, I guess.
That's the only thing that really gives me hope is the way he governs, and that's what we need. It's like, even back when Mitt Romney was running against, Barack Obama. I mean, Mitt Romney, he had a lot of policy differences.
Well, I'd take him right now in a heartbeat.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
But he could govern.
Yes, of
He could
course.
govern,
He had a history of it.
And And I mean, I just don't.
By the way, credit him. He was the one that implemented the first version of Obamacare when he
Absolutely.
was governor
Yep.
and made it work.
Yep.
But we all tended to forget that
Yeah.
when it got to the national level. Yeah, I would take a binder full of women.
Oh, me too.
Well,
So
the guy that said it, maybe not actually the binder that's full of women. You
I want the binder.
Oh, okay.
I was sort of the same level.
Binder full of Pokemon
I was
cards.
sort of the same level that you were until last week when I heard the news story that he tried to convince Biden to pardon Trump.
I heard that story.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-
And it's like
a preemptive pardon.
it's like I'm done with you, Mitt Romney.
Well, Mitt Romney, I'm sure, was thinking in the context of Gerald Ford and
Yeah,
what
but
he did
that's-
for Nixon.
yeah.
But we're at a different place. So let's,
And a lot of
stand down, Mitt.
Yeah, Nixon did bring a bunch of people to the Capitol building to try to overthrow the election.
I just want Stephen Miller in jail before it's over.
too.
So
That'd be so good.
just be in jail,
Hey,
Stephen.
Stephen Miller, we are talking about you.
Yeah.
He looks directly, FAFO.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
To use the words of the great Pete Hegseth.
I mean, I know I'm not like the most attractive man in the world,
Don't sell your
but goddamn, that motherfucker looks like a goddamn goon. I mean,
looks when he is a goon.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, Ferratu.
Yes, Ferratu.
And when he gets angry, he reminds me of that little kid in school that just never got his way. Yeah,
Or plays outside. Or
yeah.
he's an indoor kid for sure.
Back to your video mention moment, I have to say the other day I saw something and, I think it means something, the fact that it almost brought me to tears, but it was this simple video and it was at a dog park and all these dogs are running around playing and it was drawing your attention to this one dog that just, I don't know if the dog's somewhere on the spectrum, but this dog was just having a hard
Doberman? No, he's autistic.
No, he's that dog apparently had some Tylenol at some point.
No, his mom
His
did.
mom did.
Yeah, that's right.
Tough it out, mama. And this dog, it was obvious like he would try to get in and play with this herd of dogs that were running and chasing, and he was just kind of never quite in the mix and would try a couple times, and then you would see him intentionally pulling off to the margins and sort of being by himself. And then out of the blue, this little shitbird dog that was twice what it should weigh with legs, 3 inches long, just comes barreling over and like headbutts him and rolls around. And this dog immediately reacts. And for the next 10 minutes, those two were playing together.
Like they're the best
And
of
I
friends.
thought I was going to weep like a small child. My heart was so full. And I thought, look at this. This is happening in nature. This little misfit dog coming over, playing with this dog. And now they're full of joy and they don't need anybody else. They're
that's
making
amazing.
their own fun. It's a stupid 3-minute video that otherwise would have held no value for me. I would have just scrolled on like, okay, what?
Yeah.
No, not that time. I'm watching it all and I watch it again. I'm just like,
Watch it again and again.
and again.
And like, dear Dream Journal. Today I watched a video about 2 doves.
Tomorrow I will dig into the metadata, find out where that location is, and I will go meet them in person. Anyway, find the joy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of joy,
Favorite it.
and we do talk about algorithms a lot. So let's get on something a little bit more fun. What's in your algorithms lately? What are you watching? What are you consuming? Movies, shows?
Big. Well, now happens to be a great time of year.
Are you in a dry spell of stuff right now?
Not at all. Reminds me of being younger, elementary school age when all the shows returned.
Yeah.
This back in the
Back to
analog-
school.
back
and-
to analog days of the new season
Yeah, yeah.
started.
Yep.
So there is. I have yet
like
to
must
catch
see
it.
TV on
Yeah,
Thursday.
Exactly. Is it called The English Teacher?
I don't know.
There's a teacher show on Hulu that's really good.
There's a teacher show.
It's about some teachers.
Abbott Elementary.
No, but that's returned. I just caught the first episode of the new season. Big fan of Abbott Elementary. Eugene Levy's travel show,
I never watched it. Yeah.
The Reluctant Traveler.
Traveler.
Really, really good. I think this is second or third season.
Yeah.
New season of Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, which, by the way, I'm late on and
haven't
need to
gotten into it
jump
yet.
in just
Same here.
because of James Gunn's still driving that
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
his
did
wife,
see
his
where-
wife's in the series as well.
Oh, really?
I saw where Superman has just now been made available for streaming.
On HBO,
Yeah.
formerly the Max.
Yep. John Oliver, glad he's back.
Oh yeah, and they've been great.
Need
Yeah.
that voice.
Glad Jimmy Kimmel's back.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
I mean, my God. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
and I've been really loving all the.
And I loved, I'm not to interrupt, but I loved how Disney basically was like, oh shit, we've just lost like 2 million subscribers.
Which
you know?
I loved his bit, his
Yeah.
first night back when he says, now they've asked me to read something.
And I've agreed to it.
And I've agreed to it. To renew your subscription, go to the following link, choose the drop down box. It was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, how much was it? Like 2 billion, 4 billion?
It was like 2 million, I think.
Oh, it was billion, wasn't it?
It was
no
billion, and then
dollars.
market share was-
Oh yeah,
Dollars,
yeah.
Wow, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, money talks, bullshit
does.
walks.
And it's so funny to another show that I'm watching season 2. I haven't finished it yet of Andor.
Oh, that's another
I hear
one I've
Andor's
gotta pick
great.
up.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, the production value is incredible. The acting is phenomenal. I mean, because usually you think Star Wars is kind of campy,
Yep.
but
No, it's
This
gotten great
is-
reviews across the board.
It's-
And that's what a lot of people were saying. They're like, Disney, haven't you like listened to
you're not watching Andor?
Andor? I mean, this is what the fuck, you know? And yeah, I definitely want to check that out because I hear it's just
It's
been
so
great.
good. And
Yeah.
their approach to production is really good too.
It
It's
really is.
It looks very natural. It's not over stylized.
No, and it feels and after a while you forget that you're watching a science fiction. I mean, it's a political drama.
Yeah.
It's 100% a political
Oh,
drama.
nice.
But the acting is like over the top. Like there's no way this is a Star Wars show. So
It's been out for a while, so it's not.
I went back and rewatched the first season just to give the
Andor?
to give the second season context. And the first time I watched the first season, I was like, that's pretty good,
I watched like the first 3 episodes and it was hard to really, it's like, there was some sets that I just didn't like.
I get that. I
Like
get
the
that.
alley scene looked a little like it was in the studio.
Yeah, I
know?
get that. But you do eventually kind of get that kind of washes away
Good.
because you're so focused on the character development. And in like season 2, they go like very adult. I mean, some themes that they go with, like, oh, this is
Nudity or?
close,
Oh, cool.
very close.
Chewbacca?
Yeah, new Chewbacca, which is my handle on Reddit, by the way.
New Chewbacca.
That's somebody else.
But yeah, Andor, I highly recommend it. A show that we've started watching is The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke.
Oh, it's a good.
I hear that's good.
Yeah, it's a fun one. We're only like an episode and a half. It's only a couple episodes out, but
It is called English Teacher. I just want to circle back.
Nice.
It's been out for a
what's
while.
it about?
Uh,
An English teacher? Is he English or is he teaching English?
Good morning,
Or is it
students.
both?
The English teacher.
The British English teacher?
British English teacher. It's been out for a while, but Mark Maron's new stand-up.
Oh yeah.
Not to be missed. Really.
Have you watched that one yet?
I want to.
He
and,
is coming into his. It's like a fine aged wine. It's time to open Mark Maron, folks.
Yeah.
Open him up. Take a big drink.
That's what I was going to ask you guys too, because that's something else that's really been bothering me.
What's that?
All these comedians that went to Saudi Arabia to do this.
The Riyadh.
Yeah. It's like, man,
I haven't.
man,
I've read the headlines, but I have not read the list because I don't want to be disappointed.
It's like Chappelle, Bill Burr, dude, what the fuck? And then a guy that I've sort of been like wanting to like, but I just didn't know how he's leaning, but he's sort of funny and I sort of respect him, and he didn't go, is Shane Gillis.
Oh, he didn't go?
No, and he was like, when I said no, he goes, they basically said they doubled the offer, and he was like, no, this is not.
He's a very middle of the road guy.
And then when
I think he's like, I'll make fun of both sides. I don't care.
and when you have Dave Chappelle going, I can speak more freely in Saudi Arabia than I can in the United States. It's like, bro,
You're holding on to this woke thing. Again, if it's
man.
funny, and Mark Maron addresses some of that, so you should watch it. He addresses some of that in his
Yeah, it's a
stand-up
great special.
It's really good.
it's like you don't have
also-
freedom over there. You get cut up with a bone saw, bro.
Yeah, no, thanks.
You know, and then you got I guess Saudi Arabia now and Jared Kushner have just bought, or they teamed together and they got Electronic Arts, so all the gaming now.
Oh, really? What? Jared Kushner is.
Jared Kushner, when Trump was in his first term, he got
Yeah.
buddy with all the
Yeah.
Saudis, right? And so yeah, him and a Saudi investment firm, they
Bought EA.
bought EA.
Wow.
Yeah, EA Games.
And most of the commercial VPN companies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about outlawing VPNs in the United States of America.
Why? Good
'cause-
question.
Because they want to know where you are.
Yeah. They want to know.
They want to track
You
it.
know, and here's something that came up because I made a silly calendar that has things in it, and one of the calendars as for October had the drones. Remember a year ago?
Yeah.
We were talking about drones a lot.
And then it's happened again.
Because
You
of
saw it?
Jersey, right?
Yeah, what
Well, it just happened in Germany.
it did?
Last night. Did
what
you guys see this?
No.
So there's speculation that Russia is doing this, right? And so
Well,
last
they just took out Ukraine's a big electricity part of their grid with, I forget how many drones, the attack last night that they used.
well, I forget, last night in Germany, I believe it was Germany, it was in Munich, I believe, their airport was shut down from 10 o'clock in the evening until 5 o'clock in the morning because of all the drone activity that was happening at the Munich airport. And you're right. It's like nobody, and it's like, okay, well, what kind of drones are they? And nobody's answering those questions. Nobody's, then of course you have all the other folks that, we talked about a few months ago saying it's the Atlas 3.
Oh yeah, 3 Atlas.
Yeah. It's the alien spacecraft.
Yeah.
The drones are coming from that. And I'm just like, I don't know, but it's odd. I mean, there is something going on that is penetrating radar that we don't know about. That's, I'm sure is
It's so weird.
it's not alien. I'm sure it's not alien.
No.
I'm sure it's,
I wish it was.
I wish it was too. Get me out of here.
I have long.
We're all gonna hit your ass like, all of a sudden those guys that shaved their heads and wore Nikes that I was like, I kind of get it now.
Well, and I have long said that that's what it's going to take in our current world for everybody to come together is we need an intergalactic threat that reminds us all of, oh shit, no, we're all one people here now that we have some horrible threat.
Or at least you hope that would be it, but
Oh God, yeah, God knows.
I mean,
I mean, we've seen Don't Look Up. I mean, that's probably the way it
The crazy left supports the intergalactic invaders.
they're welcoming in.
They're welcoming.
They're coming in illegally.
They want to open the space border. Space border's wide.
We're gonna build a space wall.
Space wall, and we're gonna make them pay for it.
Meet merp, meet merp. Boom. Meet merp. We are not paying for the wall.
They don't even have a currency. Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean pay?
Have you seen those guys that are on TikTok that they're dressed up like aliens and they're making fun of humans and they even mention like, look at us, we're humans. Like we don't have any money. The thing that we made up and it's really just sitting in back.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, oh God, we've covered so much today.
It's just a unique time.
It is.
I mean, it really is. We're in a very unique time. When you think about the way we're communicating, AI, and how many jobs are going to be lost on that. I mean, there's just so much going on in the world right now, and this really feels like it's a point to where, like I said, I just feel something drastic's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
worldwide.
you can. There's a palpable sense that's sort of lingering, and I don't know if that's what it feels like when humans start slipping away and losing control of everything, because maybe that's what it is. Because we're quickly reaching a place between AI and some of these other technologies that are moving so fast that what's that feel like when human beings no longer have control of all the buttons?
And see, that's crazy too, because China, they just released the WAN 2.5 model, and it's open source. It is totally open source.
For those at home, the WAN.
Was that band that George Michael was in?
I thought so.
It's
Yeah.
basically a VO3 ripoff, but they've released it. I mean, it's open source. It is open source. Quinn, they just and this is all Alibaba that has released all these models. Last month they released Quinn 2509, which is an image generation tool that is basically Nano Banana that you can run locally on your machine. And it's like, man, we're just not keeping up, But it's funny. But it's funny that China.
And for the Lisas at home, explain what Nano Banana is.
Nano
Banana.
Nano Banana is basically like a Photoshop for basically just
Have you
Command.
put it into Photoshop?
no.
I have. Like I've put,
really?
yeah,
Nice.
because you can.
Put it into Photoshop, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what you can do. It's and it still feels rudimentary.
Yeah.
But
Better than Adobe's.
yeah, better than Firefly.
Oh yeah, Firefly's terrible.
Yeah,
No,
Firefly.
like their generative fill, yeah.
Yeah.
It's but like I said, it's crazy how everybody's saying China is evil and all this stuff, and it's like, okay, but they're releasing this open source stuff. They are taking care of their people. Their people have health care.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their people are actually getting new roads and new infrastructure.
Yep.
You drive on any of our roads here, and you're like, I can't believe these are roads.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. Actually, I've caught a few people on TikTok who are traveling to China, like just to go check out all the technology opportunities that they have. Like the one guy that went there to put on the robotic legs that help you run faster, and there's like a shop you can go to and just rent the stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like you put on a belt and and you can like go hiking for like all day and not be tired.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, I'm just going here just to check out what cool stuff they have, and it's like, it's cool.
Yep.
Like, where's my flying car? I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're getting close to the end.
Are we?
Yeah, that was like an hour or so.
Oh,
like
we've
the
solved a
podcast.
lot of things.
What's that, Misha?
I said, oh, you meant the podcast.
Yeah. Be more specific.
Yeah, look at the dumpster fire close to the end.
This is where we are.
Oh
Are we
boy.
the band on the Titanic?
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure playing with you, gentlemen.
Blub, 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 blub.
On that note,
Yeah. Burrow.
till the next one. Bye.
Bye.